Welcome back to another episode of Carson's Aquatics. Today, just take a look at the fish room real quick. The fish room is looking definitely the roughest it's ever looked. I won't lie, it looks like a tornado went through this room. We got a pile of stuff over here, a pile of tanks right there. The trash is full of empty potato chip tubes and off-brand Coke. We got a tank that I haven't used in weeks over there. So we've got a hammer on the ground there. And I want to be able to just come down here, take a seat on the couch, and just look at all my fish and relax. But I can't do that whenever the room is looking like this. So I decided that my project for the day is to literally just clean this room, get it looking back how it used to right when I set it all up. And I usually wouldn't make a video like this, but it's December, it's Fishmas, and I'm uploading every single day. And this is my project for the day, so you guys are gonna have to come along with me. And I will admit, this is going to be one of my more boring videos. We're literally just cleaning a room. Well, I'm also cleaning a few of the tanks, by the way. I should mention that, so it's not completely irrelevant. We're going to clean like 3 or 4 of my tanks down here. So someone out there might benefit from this video, learning how to clean their tank in a new way. I don't know. But we're just going to get right into it, because we've got quite a bit to do. And I don't even know where to start. Well, I guess I'll just start by getting this hammer off the ground so I don't stub my toe on it. So let's just do this. I'm gonna have a pile of trash over here. Then I'll have like a pile of stuff that I need to put away. And everything else I'll just put where it belongs. I wanna keep the heaters because I have an idea for what I want to do with a bunch of heaters. May or may not involve explosions. This siphon is crusty and I'm never going to use it. This power head is also crusty and I'm never going to use it. I'll hold on to this air pump. Don't need the brush. I'll just hold on to the light for now. Net, I'll put over there. Bag, trash. See, we are flying through this. We're gonna be done in no time. I think I'm just gonna set up a time lapse while I clean the actual room. Then we'll do a quick update and then we can get into the tanks. Alrighty guys, and here it is. This is looking like a completely different room. And let me show you what I did. I went through all that junk that was here and I put away what I wanted and threw away what I didn't. I moved the box turtles from over there, and the mini fridge was right here, but I moved that right there. And I put the giveaway tanks over there and those 2 10-gallon tanks right there. Pretty soon I'm probably gonna be setting up a Christmas themed tank and I might use one of those. And then the other one is gonna be going to this guy, Frankie, the baby African clawed frog who is growing like a weed. He's definitely gonna be needing a tank upgrade soon. So that is probably what we'll do there. And while I was putting some of that junk away, I found these turtle chasers. So I figured it would be a nice little halftime show. We can drop one of these into the turtle pond and see what happens. We got Junior sitting right there, so I'll put it like right in front of him. I'll actually move it out in the open. Yeah, right there. I doubt Junior's gonna go for it. It's probably just gonna be fish, but we'll see. Oh, he's checking it out. When I opened the bag, it was a super strong smell, so he probably smells it too. But as it gets wet, it'll start breaking apart, and that's when all the fish are gonna start attacking it. He definitely seems interested. Yep, there it is. He bit at it. Oh, he bit at it again. Looks like it's starting to break apart a little bit. There's a huge chunk of it right there. Is he gonna go for it? Nope. The fish are definitely going for it though. Well, anyway, moving on. Before we start cleaning some of these aquariums, we're gonna head upstairs to my room real quick so I can give you guys an update on the beta tank. So a few videos ago, I got 4 of these Corydoras for my beta tank, as well as 4 of those ghost shrimp. And a lot of people say that beta fish should be completely alone in their tank. So I thought might as well just give you guys a quick update and let you know that everything is going absolutely great in this tank. The beta leaves everything else alone. Like I'll look over at this tank and there will be a shrimp sitting right next to him and he won't care at all. And as for these Corys, you might be able to tell that their colors are actually a lot darker than they were right when I put them in. And that's just because they've gotten a lot more comfortable in here. So real quick before we head back down to the fish room, we will feed this tank. For Lou, I drop in 4 or 5 of these beta pellets, which he's going after right now. He's got one in his mouth. And every once in a while, the shrimp will actually come up and grab one of these pellets too. But for the shrimp and the Corys, I do drop in a pinch of these flakes. You can see a couple of the shrimp up top. I think he just caught a flake. That guy's trying to catch one too. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Oh, he got one of the pellets. You see that? Look, they like walk upside down on the water. He got a flake right there. And then the filter will push a lot of these flakes down to where the Corys can get them. You can see they're scavenging for them right now. Oh, he just got a big one right there. You see that? Boom. So as you can see there, the Corys, the shrimp, and the beta are all living in harmony. But now we are gonna head back down to the fish room and clean a few of the aquariums. So you'll notice that like all my tanks don't really look dirty. Like they all look pretty good if we're being real. But it's been a couple weeks since I've really cleaned them. You can see some stuff built up in the sand in there. You can see algae starting to build on the glass of the flower horn tank. So if you take a closer look at them, you can tell that they actually need to be cleaned. And I think we're gonna start with the 40 gallon because I think it needs it the most. There on the bottom, you can see a lot of green turds. And that's because we have a Pleco in here and they just poop all day, every day. So we'll start with this one. And the first thing I do is unplug the filters and heater. There we go. I turn off the filters because whenever I go in there and siphon the sand, it's gonna stir a lot of stuff up. And we don't really want all of that going into the filters because we're gonna be sucking out a lot of water anyway. So we can just get it out that way. And then I unplug the heater because the water level is gonna drop to below where it should be. And the heater could overheat and explode. So that's why I do that. And if there wasn't a Pleco in here, there would likely be a bunch of algae on the glass, kind of like there is in the flower horn tank. So the second step I would do is to scrape the algae off. We're gonna go ahead and remove the lid. And now we're gonna siphon the sand. As you can see here, we are sucking up all that poop and waste and leftover food. We want to get all that nasty stuff out of here. So that's what we're doing right now. So that's all we're gonna do with this tank for today. Every couple months I like to take out all the decorations and scrub them down. I call that a deep clean. I don't do that every time I clean my tanks. We're just kind of doing a light cleaning today. And before we fill that tank the rest of the way up, we're gonna do the same thing with this tank and with the turtle pond. I use my outside hose to fill up my tanks when I'm done. So we're just gonna wait until all these are done and then we'll fill them all up at the same time. So we are gonna get started on the flower horn tank. So we're gonna turn off the filter and the heater. But like I mentioned, we got some algae on the glass of this one. So before we start draining it, I'm gonna go in there and scrape all that algae off. So I just finished scraping all the algae and you can see right there why I did that before siphoning the sand, because that right there is just scraped up algae. So now we can go in there and suck that out. And now the last tank we're gonna be cleaning today, or in this video, is the turtle pond. I'm still gonna clean the rest of my tanks today, but you guys already saw how I do these two, and it's the same exact thing for the other ones. So I'm not gonna film that, but let's go ahead and clean this turtle pond. And there we go, the turtle pond has been cleaned. But now the last thing to do is fill these 3 tanks back up with clean water. Alrighty guys, and there it is. All 3 of those tanks are filled up. I turned all the filters and heaters back on. They are good to go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and clean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more tanks today. So that's gonna be fun. But that is gonna wrap up this video, and today's comment of the day goes out to. And if you want your comment to be the comment of the day in the next video, all you gotta do is drop a comment down below, and that could happen. And if you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. But now the last thing to do is bring the hose in here